So let's begin seated just a little bit forward in your chair with your arms down. We're going to inhale, come on up and bring that breath in. And then exhale, complete the breath by like pulling in the belly just a little bit. Do that again where you're breathing in. Feel like some energy in your hands that you're lifting up. And then press down this time. Exhale. Return that energy to the earth. And last time we'll lift. Breathing and exhaling. Then the next time we move our arms, bring them to shoulder height. Right here. And we're going to twist a bit. So twist to the right. And I want you to let your eyes circle around the room and land on your right hand. So look out at that right hand. And then come back to center. All right, this is an orienting response. We'll come over to this left side, twisting, looking out at your left hand, and then let the eyes look around the room as you come back to the center again. And then just bring your arms down. We'll pause for a moment. So when you do orienting responses, you are really talking to that deep brain, the brain stem that tells you you are safe and that everything's okay and you can relax and do your practice. So let's do that again, breathing up the arms. Now this time we'll go left first. Let your eyes sort of look around the room and then land on that left hand. And then back to the center. And then look around the room. Eyes settle on that right hand. Come back to center. And then relax the arms. Exhale down again. Just pause. Breathe. Yeah, and then we'll go one more time. So lifting, and then we'll go back to the right again, coming over to the side, looking at that right hand. Then slowly, eyes look around, center, twisting to this left side, looking at your left hand. And then back to center again. And then I bet your arms are getting tired, so relax them and just sort of wiggle, jiggle a little bit. Let the arms move. And then we'll bring the hands up to the shoulders and we'll let the elbows move. So moving in a circle. Again, just breathing. And then go the other way. So bring it back. And then just release and bring the arms down. Now we're going to take the arms in front. And I want you to bring this left arm over the right. And then bend the elbows. Then step your feet. I'm going to take my shoes off. Step your feet out wide. And so this is like goddess feet here. Knees are wide, toes are wide. And relax your hands here on the tops of the arms. And then round in. So let the chin drop, the shoulders drop, round your back. And then when you come back up, inhale, open, and look up. And now we're going to bring the right arm in and then the left. And come in, and we're going to round. And when the chin comes down, you're activating the vagus nerve. And come back up again. Take a breath in. Open, open, open. Yes. And then let the arms come down. Let the arms come down. Yeah. And then just pause for a moment. Breathe. Notice how the body's feeling, how the breath's feeling. And then we'll come back up again. Inhale, bring the arms up. Soften the elbows a little bit. Soften the shoulders. We're going to bring this left arm and then right. Come in. And then round the back, the shoulders. Inhale, open back up again. Then bring the right arm left. Draw in, round. Inhale, back, open. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Yes. And then again, just sort of wiggle, jiggle the arms. And we'll bring the fingertips now to the shoulders. Move your feet back in. And this time you're going to lift the shoulders up into the fingers. The fingers rise. And with an exhale, let go. Shh. So it's inhale, lifting. And then exhale, let go, let go, let go, let go. And one more up. And exhale, release down. And then just let the hands come off of the shoulders. Feel your shoulders away from your ears. And then we'll drop the chin down and move your head left and right. Just moving, starting to feel into the neck, what's going on there. Maybe noticing differences from side to side. And then we'll bring the head back to the center. Let the head lift back up again. This time I want you to bring your feet back out wide again. Toes are wide. And then bring the arms up and a little higher than we had them before. And this is called five-pointed star, like, I am the universe. And we're going to do that folding in of the arms again. Let's do the right arm first, left arm, and this time put the backs of the hands together. We'll inhale, lift up, and maybe lift your heels up at the same time. And then exhale, let your hands come down against your arms. So it's inhale, lifting, lift the heels too. Exhale, releasing. And then the last time we'll come up and then we'll fly out of this. So let go, come all the way down, let the heels come down. Yeah. And now we're going to put left arm and then right. And backs of the hands together. Ready? We're going to lift, maybe squeeze those elbows a little together. Exhale, heels come down, hands come down. In and up. Exhale, let it go. And on the last one, lift the heels, lift the arms, let go, 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 all the way down. Let your heels drop, and then just bring the arms back up again and back into five-pointed star. Yes, I am connected to the universe. Feel your fingertips reach out. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel grounded. Breathe. And then just relax down, 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 down. Walk your feet in. And then just have them, you're sitting in mountain pose. And we'll move on, taking this mountain pose on a journey. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Qi Gong move by bringing this right hand over, hover over your left leg, and then lift that leg and lift that arm like they're connected. And then bring it down, and you're going to switch. Left arm over right leg, lift. And lower. Breathe. And down. I know it feels like you want to go faster, but try to just be mindfully moving here. Try to land at the same time. So arm comes up, foot comes up, and then arm down, foot at the same time. Switching. And down, and then switch, and down, and then bring the arms down by your sides, palms up, breathe. And then again, I want you, this visualization of having energy in your hands, sort of cup the hands, hold it and bring that energy up, almost like you're moving, like there's some viscosity, there's a little resistance. And then palms down, pressing that energy down. Inhale, come up, spine is long, look up. Exhale down. And this time we're going to bring the energy up halfway, holding it, and then bring it into your body. So just like you're doing a belly hug. And just feel your hands against your body. Maybe feel a little bit of warmth there. Letting this area of digestion soften. And then we'll release, bring the arms back out again, breathe, and then bring those arms down, all the way down again. And then we'll just move the arms a little bit. And now let's move the legs a little bit. So bring the hands down and we'll bring this right leg out and do a little bit of a wiggle. And then do the other little bit of a wiggle. And then rest. And now we're going to move contralaterally. So we're going to bring this left arm up, right leg, and I want you to point your toes as you reach your fingers. And then let them land at the same time. So you're moving your breath with this. Inhale, fingers pointing, toes pointing. Slowly come down, in. And down, soften, soften, soften. And one more up. And then soften back down. And then bring this right foot up again. And this time, rotate that ankle. So just move around. Maybe wiggle your toes. Scrunch them a couple times. Go the other way. And then we'll rest that foot and just notice how that leg feels compared to this leg. It's just this little bit of movement can be very effective. You know, sometimes you don't need a whole hour or 45 minutes or whatever to practice. If you just want to get a little bit of yoga in and you don't have enough time, maybe this is what all you do. You rotate your ankles, you rotate your wrists, you breathe, and then maybe you have to move on to your day, but at least you took a break for yourself, right? All right, so we'll bring that foot down and just pause again, just pause and breathe. Yes. And then we'll drop the arms off of the legs again. And this time I want you to bring the arms up to shoulder height. But now we're going to continue this left arm higher. And then as you come back down, catch up with this right hand and both come down. Okay, we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to stop with the right arm. You know what? I've totally forgot which arm I did last time. Oh, well. And this time we'll stop. The left arm stops, right goes up, exhale down, and this time the left goes up, breathing. Hello, aging, right? I know we can all relate. And then just rest the arms down. So we're making our brain think a little bit. The brain has a lot to pay attention to. There's three major networks in the brain. There's the attention network, where that's the part that focuses on a problem. And there's the salience network, which is what's going on in the room, temperature, all these things that your brain just has to do, and you're not thinking about it. It's just what happens. It's when you orient yourself around the room, you're looking at light, temperature, what's around me. Attention network is the focus. And then the third one is your default network. And that's more sort of daydreaming and when your mind's in more of a relaxed state. And what happens is your mind's always switching between I'm on, I'm off, I'm on, I'm off. And the salience network is the one that helps you switch between the two. And also these practices of yoga, how do they help? Well, they help your salience network have focused calm. Like, okay, there is something that needs my attention, but how can I focus and do that without being crazy, and not focused? So the brain has a lot going on, and with these yoga poses, we help facilitate that process. All right, so we're going to come to standing now. If you have a wall, like I said, I'd like you to stand near the wall. The first one won't be right up against the wall. You're just standing away from it. And if you remember, our first practice was feet are just 6 to 8 inches apart, and we're doing that orienting response where you bring the arms up with the breathe in, an inhale, and then you twist to the right and you look out at that right hand. Then you let your eyes sort of wander, and then you twist to the left. You're looking out at that left hand. Remember, I talked about that salience network. So in a way, we're helping that network sort of see what's going on around us. And then relax those arms down. Just pause here, notice, breathe. And then we'll inhale up. This time we'll go left first. Let the eyes turn, look to the left. Then back to the center. We're twisting to the right, looking out at that right hand. And then back to center, and then let both arms come down. Both arms come down. Yes. And then we'll just turn the palms out. I'll mix it up a little bit. We're going to lift up energy. And then when you come down, I want you to bend your knees a little bit. Bend your knees. And then come back up straight. Lift up. And then press down, bend those knees. And we'll go one more. Lift up, 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 up. And then bend the knees, come down. Yes. And then just back to center, back to hands beside you. Now I want you to come to the wall. So walk up where you have your back up against the wall. And we're going to take a wide step. The heels are inward, toes are out, knees are bent. And then bring your elbows out. So first we're going to do 5-pointed stars. So straighten those legs, straighten those arms, take up all the space in the room like, I am connected to the universe. Yes. And feel that expansion across the chest, out to the fingertips. And then we're going to bend the knees and wrap that right arm in and left arm. And we're going to hug, bringing the chin down, activating the vagus nerve, and then coming back up again. Inhale into that 5-pointed star. Yes. And then we're going to bring in the left arm first and then the right. And you can round a little bit, maybe even rounding the back as you bend the knees. And then inhale, let go, come all the way up. And let the arms come down. Relax a moment, pause, breathe. Then we'll come back into that goddess pose. So our elbows are soft, shoulders are soft, bend the knees. We're going to bring in that right arm first and then left. And then I want you to bring your fingertips for the backs of your hands together. With an inhale, come up. And if you can, this is where the wall helps, come up by lifting your heels. And then bring the heels back down, feet on the floor, hands go down. So inhale again, you're going to slide along the wall, let the wall support you. Exhale, let the arms come down. And on this last one, we'll come up, the heels are up, arms release, come all the way back down, bend the knees, and land the hands right here at the center of the chest. And then just slowly come back up again, let the hands go, walk your feet in. If you can, you just want to wiggle a foot, you can hold on to the wall and wiggle the other foot. And then we'll pause again. All right, so we're going to bring the arms back out again and bring them in front. And remember the Qi Gong thing, we're going to walk. So we're going to bring this the right hand over towards the left leg and then lift that foot up. And then slowly come down. You can lean on the wall, lift that right foot. And down, lift the left. And down, lift the right. Oops, left, even with the wall, sometimes there's issues. Keep breathing and then lift. And then back down and then just pause to notice, pause. Feel your legs, feel how that made your legs work, right? Yes, and then we'll come a little bit off of the wall and just bring your hands on the tops of the legs and we're going to do a forward fold gently. So bend your knees and just let your hands come down about shin, in front of the shins, and then come back up. You can use the wall for this. So we're bending the knees, come down. And inhale, come up. And last time, come on down. And then inhale, come all the way up. If you can, let go of the legs, come all the way up. Reach, get long. And then release, release, release all the way down. Then we'll go back to using the chair. Okay, so go get your chair and come beside it. I'll put my blanket down here and hold on to the chair. We're going to do a child's pose, and I know you know what that is in yoga, by stepping back and take your elbows, bend them, kind of hug them in, and then sit back. So you're just sitting back, your elbows are bent, your spine is long, your gaze is down at the floor. And then we'll just come back up. Straight legs, straight back, draw in the tailbone. And then soften, so elbows bend, head comes down. And this time, if you want to release the neck, just let your head drop. Rest for a moment, and then come back up again. Take a breath. Bring in the tailbone. And then last one, come back. You could sit way back if you want. Go lower, you could play with this. And then coming back up straight and tailbone in. Now take your left foot and step it toward the chair. You can, come right almost under it. And you're going to bend that left knee. Now lower your chest slightly, and we're going to extend this left arm and lift up your right heel. And then we'll bring that hand to the chest, foot to the floor, come up and reach up. Now, if you don't need the chair, keep your right hand on your hip, and we'll put this hand on the chest, bend that left knee, come low, extend that left hand out, and lift your right heel. Some of you may be able to lift the whole foot off the floor, or you could hold with your right hand and lift that foot. And then bring that foot back down again. Hand goes back to the chest, legs straighten. We'll go one more, bending, coming forward, extending out that left arm, not an overreach. You want to keep your balance, lift your right heel, either hold with this right hand and lift, or keep your hand on your hip and maybe just lift your heel. Or if you want, you could put both hands out and lift that foot. So everybody's different. Come on down, hands back, and step up. So just pause here because I know you feel a difference from side to side. So this was my left leg forward. You probably see it as my right leg. So I'm going to turn around my chair because I want you to be able to see the leg that I have in front. Now I'm doing my right foot. It might be your left. So we're stepping back and bending that knee that's closest to the chair. Okay, so here we go. We've got the hand right here, lower. So whatever foot's in front, that same hand's in front. You're going to extend that hand. You're going to lift your back heel. And your other hand is either on your side or on the chair or out in front. Now come back in. Take your hand back to the chest. Lift up. Breathe. And then bend that knee. Hand goes in, lower the chest, hand goes out, lift your opposite foot. Maybe you're holding so you can lift it higher, or you just lift the heel. Then bring that foot flat, hand back in, lift. Maybe you want to let go of your other hand, lift both hands. And then back down again and lift, and do what works best for you. And lower, and then back up again. So if you can, finish in warrior one, both hands up. If you need the chair, you hold. And then both hands come down, just step up, and we'll just shake a leg, and then shake that other leg. And we'll come all the way up to the chair, just all the way up, standing close to the chair. Now step both feet back. Pretty big step. And go ahead and do a bow forward. Yes. And then bend your knees. And what we're going to do is keep holding. Now straighten your legs. Look down between your feet. Bend the knees like you're going to sit in a chair behind you. And straighten the legs. And go one more, bending those knees. And then straighten the legs. And then just have a slight bend. You're going to walk up about halfway towards the chair. So you're about 1.5 feet behind the chair. Now bend the knees a little bit. I'm going to turn my chair this way slightly just so you could see me. I want you to bring your head over towards the right and your hips over towards the left. And then come back up, okay? Then you're going to bend the knees again. You're going to bring the head over left and hips go right. Come back up again, bend the knees. Head goes right, hips go left. Enjoy that stretch. Come back up. And last time, bend the knees. Head goes left, hips go right. And then back to center. Just walk all the way up towards the chair. Let your hands go. And then I want you to just rub them, maybe massage them, wiggle the fingers. All right. And then just let go and come and stand where you're on the side of your chair. You're on your side of your chair. And just let a hand that's closest to the chair, let it rest there. And we're going to let this outside foot move just back and forth. I want you to feel some movement in the hips. Yeah. And then we'll pause and just let that foot come down. Shake the inner leg just a little bit. We'll get it on the other side a little better. So we're going to lift up this right foot again, and I want you to turn the knee towards the chair, the toes towards the chair, and then come out. So you're kicking left and right. And if you want to add balance to it, maybe you could let go of the chair or have a lighter touch. You can challenge yourself. And then the next time you come out, keep that foot out and let it come down. So the toes are pointed out to the side. You're going to take this inner leg, the left leg, straighten it up so the knee's facing forward and bend that knee slightly. You can hold if you need to or put your hand on the top of the leg. We're coming down that shin. We're coming up, and I want you to come all the way over. So hand on the hip or the chair, over. And then come back. You're bending the inner knee. This time I want you to lift the toes on your outside foot. And then inhale, come up and over. Breathe. Exhale, lift those toes, hand on the chair or on your leg. Feel those that calf stretch. Inhale, come over. Yes. And last time, bending the inner knee and lifting the outside toes. And then come back out and over and just stay here for a moment. Feel that stretch like even under your arm, in the side ribs. Breathe here. Feel the breath go into, and feel the breath move the ribs. And then, excuse me, come on down and walk your foot in. All right. And then we'll move over to the other side of the chair, just walking around, and we'll let this leg move forward and back. So you don't have to do big crazy swings, just get some movement in this hip. That's the whole idea. And when you're ready, we'll just come back, pause, and do an inner leg stretch. Jiggle wiggle. Then put that down. Now you're going to turn the knee towards the chair, toes as well, and out. So you're moving in and out. And then rest with the foot out. And then the foot comes down. You're going to lift up the toes. You're going to straighten up this inner leg. The knee is forward. And come on down. The first one I did with the toes on the floor. And then come back up. Take a breather. And then again, you're going to bend that inner knee. Lift the toes on that outside foot. Come down. And then breathe up and over. Exhale, coming down. And then inhale, you're coming over, your hands on your hip or the chair. And just pause here to breathe. Feel that breath coming in, moving the ribs even. Fully exhale by kind of engaging the belly a little bit. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. So come back up, come over, step back in. Just notice how the body's feeling. Maybe make any movements you feel like you need to make. And then we'll come on behind the chair again. So come on behind the chair. And you want to step arm's length from the chair, but you could still hold. We're going to lift up one arm. So with your camera, this would be my left arm, I believe. And I'm going to lift up my heels at the same time. So feel yourself with your heels up. Now, what we're doing is relying on our toes. And I've told you that toe strength is a big indicator of whether or not you'll take a serious fall or not as you age. So we want our toes to be strong. Come on back down again. Let the feet come down. Let that arm come down. And we'll do it again with breath. You're inhaling up. And then I want you to play with letting go a little bit. Could you let go, even if it's a second? Could you fully let go? And maybe you're coming down and back up. That's okay. This is a practice. And then we're softening. Come back down again. And then let's go back in it. So can you do two arms? Do you need to do one? Do you need to hold? This is your practice. Yes. And when you're ready, calm back down again. All right, so we lifted up those toes a lot, and I want to get a stretch in a different way in the feet, so I want you to lift your toes and rely on your heels. So your heels are down, and I want you to bow a little forward, getting a stretch in the hamstrings. Then we'll rock back on flat feet, pause, draw in the buttocks, and then bow forward again. Back is straight, you're bowing forward, you're lifting up your toes, you're engaging in the hamstrings and the calves. Breathe, come back, and go one more. Lift those toes, bow forward. Can you engage the belly a little? And then breathe and come up. Yes, and engage the buttocks. And then just stand back in mountain pose. Let the hands come off of the chair. Again, do a little hand movement, open and close. Move it around. And then I'm going to move the chair this way again. The chair's here if you need it. What we're going to do is step toward the chair and 1 foot over. This arm comes into a bent elbow, and we're going to lift up that outside heel and come over. Now, if you need to hold the chair, you can. And then slowly let the heel come down, let the elbow come down, shoulder height. Inhale, lift. And then we're going to do what's called krama yoga. We're going to break it up into segments. I want you to bring the heel down first and then bring your elbow down. Yes. And both come up at the same time. So heel and elbow. And feel a lift under your arm. Breathe here. And then we're going to, again, krama yoga, bring that heel slowly down. Feel that in your hip. And then bring the elbow as well. And on this last one, we're going to inhale, come up, and we're going to stay here for a few breaths. I want you to go further over your head. Breathe, reach that those fingers. Exhale, bend the elbow, your heel's still up. Breathe into that underarm even. Exhale, heel's not going down yet. 1 more, over. And then first bring the heel down. And then bring that elbow down. Woo! Yes, bring that arm down and just kind of shake it out. Move this arm back and forth. Yep. And then relax that arm down, step in. We're going to the other side. All right. So again, your hand is on your hip or on the chair. And we'll come over and we're going to lift the heel and the elbow. And then both come down at the same time. All right. Inhale. Now we're going to segment. Bring that heel down and the elbow. So it's breathe in. Do a little exhale of the heel down. And then a little more with the elbow. In. A little exhale. And then a little more. And on this next one, we're going to stay here. And I want you to let the arm come, if it's available to you. If that hurts your shoulder, don't do it. A little further over and then soften. Heel is up on that side, a little further over. Breathe and exhale, firm the belly slightly. Go 1 more inhale and then firm. And then we'll slowly release that heel and release the elbow down. Yeah, and then you could just move this arm back and forth. And just come back into the mountain pose here. Open and close those fingers. And rest your hands and do a little bit of grounding by lifting the heels and letting go. And then just pause. Just stop and pause. Yeah. So this final standing pose, again, you can use the wall if you need support. So I'm going to move this chair over, back up to the wall, and let you get to your wall if you want. And what we'll do is start out with the feet slightly apart. I'm going to come up close so you can see me better. But you can stand near the wall, heels in, toes out. And we're going to bend the knees and bring your hands right here, right here. As we bring the hands down, knees are still bent, but as I come up, I want you to straighten the legs. And then you're going to bend the knees and stop your thumbs at the third eye and bring your attention inward. Come to the chest, maybe close your eyes or have a soft gaze, eyes at the third eye, and then release the hands down. Inhale, come back up. Now we'll take this left hand and slide down to underneath the collarbone on this left side, and then slide back up and do the other side. So slide along these yin meridians of relaxation in Chinese medicine. Slide back up, come back to the center. Now we're going to let go, bend your knees out again, and bring your hands behind your back, like you have prayer hands behind your back. And pause, breathe, and then we'll let go and inhale back up again. Bend the knees, stop at the third eye. So start to bring your attention inward. Close the eyes or have them soft. Bring your hands to the heart center. Breathe here. And then let the arms go. Go ahead. Inhale, straighten back up again. We'll do this one more time. Sliding along that arm, stopping right at the top of the collarbone, underneath it. Come back. Come to the other side, bending the knees. Stop right here. Slide back up. And then hands go behind you. And bend your knees, draw the shoulder blades together, breathe. And then you'll release the arms. Inhale, come back up again. And exhale, third eye, bend the knees, and then heart. And then just pause here, stay here for a moment. If you can, close your eyes, let your chin come down, maybe come a little lower or not. Feel your breath move. And when you need to, straighten the legs, bring the arms back out, and release the arms down. Yeah. And walk your feet in. Maybe do a little jiggle, wiggle. And we'll come back to seated pose. So come on back. So we've done a lot of moving our head around, just like that. So we're going to get a little more neck movement in and add some resistance. So I want you to bring your right hand up beside your face and lean into that hand. So you're leaning into the hand and drop your opposite hand off of your lap. So I want you to reach your fingers down and feel that shoulder come down with it. And then we'll let the head lift up, let the elbow bend, head straight, and then do it again. So come down, exhale here if you have any breath to exhale. Then bring the breath in, head goes up, and then exhale. Feel the fingertips come down, shoulder away from the ear. And then come back up. We're going to switch sides. All right. So we're going to bring this hand down. As you reach down, your head's the opposite way. And then you inhale, bend that elbow, head comes up. Exhale, reach down. Inhale, lift. And one more exhale, reach down. Feel that shoulder come away from the ear. And then bring that head back up to the neutral position. We're going to take your right hand over to the left. Support your arm with your hand and just come down the underneath the ear, the side of the neck, moving, getting some more release in the neck. Then we'll move to the other side. So this hand goes over and you're coming down the neck, massaging maybe into your shoulder. And when you're ready, just release that hand and hands come down to the legs. Feet are on the floor. Lean slightly to this left side and let your ear drop. Then come back up and like you're between two walls, you're just leaning. Drop that shoulder, drop the ear. Breathe, release, and again breathe and then release. And come back to center. We're going to take the hands, bring them right behind the head with support. Open up the elbows and lift up the sternum. Open up the elbows, like I said, and let your head rest into your hands and feel that opening across the chest. Breathe. Support your head back up to your neutral position. Release the hands. Bring them in front of you. Fingers are wide. Interlace and push straight out. Feel that stretch between the shoulder blades. Now drop the chin. With an inhale, let the elbows come in, hands come to the chest. With an exhale, push them back out. And this time, round your shoulders, round your back, pull in the low belly. Inhale, straighten the spine, hands come back in to the center again. And then again, exhale, press out, round the shoulders, chins down, round the back, draw in that low belly. And then come back to center again. We'll release the fingers, open and close. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then we'll just rest these hands here. We're going to do something in our closing meditation called Nyasa. And that's a movement where we'll bring the thumb at the base of the pinky finger. And you come up that finger and come back down. Then you move to the ring finger. Come up with your thumb. Close your eyes if you can. And back down. Then go to the middle finger at the base. Come up. Feel it move back down. Go to the index finger. Inhale. Exhale when you're ready. And then we'll let the fingers come back out wide again. Just open and close. And then press your hands together and bring them right into the center of the chest. Feel that grounding that happens with the connection between the palms of your hands at the center of your chest. People all over the world use this gesture, in reverence for their higher power, for each other, because there's a lot of energy in this pose. It's like saying, I'm giving from my heart to you. So may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure, pure light that's within you guide your way on. Namaste, friends. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.